a man named Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would retreat from his society every so often, right? He would leave his people and he would go away to a cave to meditate, to reflect over the reality of life, to reflect over what people were doing, over his society and the state of the human beings, right? He would take himself away and he would go meditate and ponder over these things. On one such occasion, what happened? Angel Jibreel came down to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He wasn't expecting this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had chosen his final messenger to reveal his final message to humankind 1400 years ago. And imagine the state of the Prophet ﷺ at this point. He's sitting there, he's meditating. Being alone in a cave at night where no one is big in itself, right? Generally, when we go to the toilet at night, we're afraid, we get scared, yeah? That's the reality. But the Prophet ﷺ would retreat to the cave and sit there alone at night, meditating and pondering over the situations and realities of life. Now, Angel Gabriel came to him. What did he do? He squeezed him. He embraced him, and he embraced him so hard. Narrations tell us that the Prophet ﷺ felt like his soul was going to escape him. His soul was going to leave him. What did the angel say? What did Gabriel say? What did Jibreel say? He said, Iqra. The first words, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. The first verses that came down to the Prophet ﷺ. Now, briefly before we move on from this part, or this conjecture, what we need to understand is these verses. We need to reflect, wallahi. And it's such beautiful verses that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to the Prophet. Because think about it, what's Allah saying first? Iqra, read, recite, in the name of your Lord who created. SubhanAllah. So the emphasis on studying and learning was there from the beginning, was there from the first words that were revealed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. SubhanAllah. And the scholars have said that this first Iqra, in the first verse, this is referring to learning and studying the Quran, the book of Allah. Right? Not only reading it for the su'ab, not only reading it, but to actually learn it and ponder over it and reflect over it and implement it into our own lives. Right? And then the second Iqra wa Rabbukal Akram, this the scholars have said, this is referring to the secular knowledges, what man has written. Why? Not because man has written it, but because Allah has taught him. Because what does Allah say following? He says, He taught man the use of the pen. Right? And then He says, He taught man what he knew not. So anything man writes, any of these, these argumentations or anything about the world or nature or things around us, this knowledge has also come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Obviously, people think they've written some amazing things and they become proud that I've done it, but it's all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the point that we need to understand is that the emphasis on studying, the emphasis on attaining knowledge, learning, and then going out and sharing with the world was there from the beginning, from the first few verses.